Hello and welcome back everyone to another Formula 2 race here in the Safe Space Racing League. We are at Mexico for the round 16. We only have 3 races left in the championship and things are gonna get spicy here. At the moment, if you've been with us last week, we've seen 2 podiums, all with the same guys in the same spots. Taylor Clan won both the feature and the sprint race in front of BRL Neymar and Stenner, who has extended his championship lead to 31 points, as Division has not finished either of the races. Unfortunately, that jumped Taylor up with his double win to second place, as we see the qualifying already started and everyone's qualifying, of course, on the super soft tires. Reflex Pilot retired as he is serving a qualifying ban for readying up early, readying up before the host. As we know, our league rules require that everyone should give time to everyone else to get their strategy up, get their setups ready. And Reflex Pilot, unfortunately, was too quick on the trigger as we follow Swaglord at the moment. We have 16 guys on the grid at the moment. We have a few reserves. We see Boss Cookie is here from Tier 1. And Kishleshko, I don't think he is in any of the Formula 1 tiers. And we have Jamie the G here, who doesn't hide that Mexico is his favorite track, so let's see how he's doing on the qualifying today. Stenner, as I mentioned, has a 31-point lead in front of dropped to third place. 144 points to be as Jamie is coming up on the last to finish off his qualifying lap. Let's see how he's doing. Turning on now. Boss 4 is the pole, half a second in front of Stenner, and Division behind Stenner. Arrow in 5th, goal 7. And Jamie is 10th. And not a bad qualifying from Jamie. We have a one-shot qualifying here in the F2 League. As we see 7th, we have Jamie, as we said, 10th. No one else Formula Maxim Swag qualified because they cut the corner. And Zeus did not set a time. I'm not sure if that's intentional or he lagged out. But he did not set a time. He will start from P15. Taylor Clan, after last week's double win, he's starting from P14. That's a huge blow to him and his championship hopes, as Stenner is in second place. We move on to the feature race, as both the feature race and the sprint race will be 50% length. And we'll see if we are gonna see any more carnage here in turn 1. There's a very long straight after the start. Very, very long top speed at the end. And a very, very sharp right turn. And then a chicane and another straight. I have to say, it's not easy to set a hot lap here in Mexico. I was just trying to do that myself before the race began, and I did not manage to do a valid hot lap, and even my invalid laps were like 3 seconds off of Taylor Clan's lap time, so let's not talk about that anymore. As we currently, I see we have 8 viewers. Welcome everybody. Welcome Brazy and Final Yay Rez. Thank you for joining us. We are about to see something good here. As the drivers are just getting their setups ready. And it looks like Transformer has given the signal that we're going in 20 seconds. Not sure if he was supposed to wait for division again. Reflex Pilot also ready, and Jamie and Taylor, I think they're all ready to go. And one more. There we go. Drivers on the grid. And the formation on the way. Boss Cookie in pole position. We're kind of used to that actually from Tier 1. He's usually in pole position, usually up front. But this is F2, totally different. Totally different cars. I'm gonna follow Jamie a little bit. See how he's warming up his tires. In the middle pack behind him we have Formula Maxim. Should be a spicy battle between them. In front of them Transformer, who had his debut race last week, and JG. I think JG is also doing his second race, or maybe his third race in Formula 2. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Stenner and Division right behind each other, going for the championship, as Taylor looking to be ducking out. Just gonna bring up the tires here real quick. Tires soft on the 10 guys, soft on Formula Maxim, Shush, Taylor Clan and Reflex Pilots. So 4 are going for 20 lap feature race. We're just gonna have Taylor Clan can close the gap, or will he get collected? Looks like getting there cleanly. We have Zeus here and Reflex Pilot behind him. Maybe Reflex Pilot is doing a just falling back to make sure his tires grid. Already forming up with Neymar gonna be in second row. Arrow with his 5th place, not a bad qualifying for him. We've seen what he can do. And he's gonna get into the mix here, probably. It looks like everyone got through the formation lap rather swiftly and cleanly. Nobody touched the other. Then back to the grid. Everyone seems to be ready. And the red line. We have 5 lights and a very quick release once again. Boss Cookie and Stenner looks like he's got a better start than Boss Cookie. Arrow, what's he doing? Arrow from 5th place. He's up to 2nd. Not? That was just, I'm sorry, that was just the telemetry. Indeed, not in 2nd place. We're just gonna hop out here as we have Carnage on the back. Oh gosh, he's back to final place. Just getting DRL Neymar got collected, and it looks like Boss Cookie as well. Yes, Boss Cookie fell down to 8th place. Taylor Clan up to 7th. Up to 7th as we have Division right in the back of Stenner. Division 2nd, Transformer. Looks like he's 3rd. Go behind him, 4th place. Reflex spot up to 5th place. How has he done that? The 8th. Taylor Clan made a huge jump as well in the game. JG. Looks like Jamie got collected too. He's back to 15th place. And Zeus apparently cutting a few corners there. Let's jump back to the fight for the first place actually between Stenner and Division. Stenner completing the first lap in front of Division. Telemetry is going wild again as Division is chasing down Stenner. Division leads. He wants to recover from the double DNF last week as he just cuts the corner a little bit. Stenner right in front of him. Not sure if or he's actually ghosted. Division looks to the inside. Will he get it? Will he get it? Leaves space and now makes it wide and lets Stenner go for now. So we have Transport place behind them, leading the pack. Leading a pack of 6 cars. Kishleshko, Reflex Pilot, who jumped up from 16th place. He jumped up. He's 5th now. No, the telemetry is being crazy again. Kishleshko is in 3rd place, and Boss Cookie. Reflex Pilot hits the back of him. I'm not sure if Transformer, but he is looking like he's holding up at the moment. Kishleshko is 3rd at the moment. Boss Cookie behind him, looking to get through after his whole start. See if he can do it straight. Lap 3, we're gonna have DRS. Goes to the outside and he's gonna and he's dead. Boss Cookie back. 3-second penalty for repeated corner cutting up to 3rd place, and he is free to chase down Stenner and Division. Stenner looks like he's cutting there. Division him keeping the pressure on. Reflex as well in 7th place. It looks like behind his teammate and Reflex Pilot there. Monkey dropped down to 12. Neymar in 13. Jamie and Zeus got through. Swaglor, he's in the pit right now. Let's see if they do it. Let's see if he can get welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you're still with us, fastest lap 128.5. I'm not sure if that's going to count if he cut the corner there. Stenner swerving just a little bit, trying to defend. Division's not quite close enough to get the job. And there's going to be the second DRS zone right here. Stenner pulls away, probably using ERS as well. Going to bring the telemetry on and the map so we can see how everyone else is doing. And Zeus apparently disconnected. He's having those issues again. Let's see if I can re-invite him. And it looks like I Zeus back, so Zeus, listening buddy, just try to join off of someone in the The Xbox for some reason doesn't allow me to have a yellow flag. It looks like Reflex Pilot is going slow and ghosted. Does he have damage in the front? He's letting probably He's just letting Arrow pass, giving him a little space as Monkey spins behind her. If there was contact there, Monkey has to wait just a little bit to get people through. And he's back down to 14 as Division now very close to Stenner, goes to the outside. Let's see if he can do it. Goes for the switchback on the outside again. Stenner cuts the corner a little bit. And now the second zone. Let's see if Division has enough power to do it. He's using DRS. And he's very close. Sends it to the inside. No, he's gonna back out. Stenner goes a bit wide to leave him space. And now for the switchback, Division not quite close enough. Very, very tasty battle for the championship. Division looking to keep his chances alive as Taylor Clan is now up to 4th place behind Boss Cookie. 3.3 seconds out. Taylor Clan made up 10 spots. Very nice first few laps from Taylor. Division is still on the back of Stenner. It looks like he's feeling back a bit more than Stenner. Stenner desperately. He of course had 2 podiums last week, both the feature and the sprint race. He got 3rd place. Got very good points on Division, who did not finish. Stenner goes to the inside line straight away to try and keep Division out of the slipstream, and is getting the job done now in the start finish straight with Taylor Clan with the fastest lap, 1:27.9. And Stenner doesn't have the power to come back straight away, but he will have DRS. This, as he picks up 3-second penalty, that is going to be huge for him. He not only has to overtake the video, if he wants to keep ahead, to create a 3-second gap as Shush picks up a penalty as well. In 6th place now, Shush. Transformer dropped down to 7th. Or did he? Transformer and Shush looking like they're having battle as well. And as we switch away, unbelievable, Stenner got back on Division. That was very good timing there, buddy. He got the job and he's back up front. Now let's see if Svartlord's Ghost will give him the DRS. Stay ahead of Boss Cookie, 4.2 seconds down of Division. Taylor Clan is closing in on him. Very rapid Taylor Clan within 2 seconds of Boss Cookie, who has 3 seconds penalties. Swirled away, giving Stenner the DRS he needs. Boss Cookie speeding in the pit lane as well. 8 seconds of penalties. Boss Cookie the podium, unless he's miraculous as Division send it to the inside again. Trying to, even though was quick on the Stenner turns in, stays ahead again from this battle unless they pit us as soon as their lack of transform and Taylor Clan. Now Shush picks up 3 more seconds of penalty. Bear with me just one moment. And it looks like we are finally back as Boss Cookie is just having a spin and Division picking up a 3-second penalty. Boss Cookie ducks out of the way as Division is now free to chase Stenner down. Reflex Pilot collects another 3 seconds of penalties. Actually, we're gonna switch to the penalty screen right now and see. Taylor Clan up front has 3 seconds. Shush and Reflex Pilot with 6 seconds. Formula Maxim, Stenner and Division both with 3 seconds. Boss Cookie with 11 seconds now. And Neymar with 3 seconds. JG 5 and Monkey 3. We can go back to the position changes. That's probably the most interesting. JG picks up another 3 seconds. Stenner and Division bit far away from each other again. Now it's going to be interesting to see when Taylor Clan is pitting. He has 10.4 second lead out of Shush. And if we check, if we do a bit of math there, that's 9, 10, 20, about 20 seconds in front of Stenner, 21 and a half in front of Division. So it looks like if he can pull the alternate strategy off, Taylor Clan can go for the win in this race, as all three of them have the same amount of penalties. As we look back down a little bit, Monkeys chasing JG for 12th place. Let's see if he can get through. No, not this time. Everywhere else is thinning out. This is the only close battle we have at the moment. Monkey, of course, trying to get some points for Uni Virtuosi to help his teammate and his team secure the driver's title this year. With 3 races left, 234 points to be had for each team, as Boss Cookie, as we've seen, picked up another penalty. It looks like the F2 cars are just too much different from the F1 cars. Boss Cookie struggling a little bit to keep his car on the track. Arrow picks up penalty as well. Only Kislesko, Transformer, Jamie, Zeus and Swaglord are the ones without penalties. Monkey is patient enough, he knows the DRS zones are coming. He's gonna wait with the overtake, as Division, looks like Division has chased down Stenner once again, and the battle is on between these two on track, and we're just gonna have to wait and see what Taylor Clan is coming up after he pits. And of course Taylor Clan will have the super soft tires. He's gonna have a huge advantage over Stenner and Division, as will Shush, Reflex and Formula Maxim. All 4 of them can get into the mix here with the better tires. Stenner as well chasing Formula Maxim down, who has very used softs, just pushing Stenner a bit wide, but Stenner still does the job. Formula Maxim didn't fight that much. He knows he's gonna have to pit sooner or later. Now he's between Stenner and Division. Let's see if he ducks out into the pit, or will he try to fight Division a little bit there. Spins a little bit, almost spun into the pit, but he stays out. Division has just a little bit of slip as well, as he goes past Formula Maxim on the fresher tires, or does he? Very close to each other, there. Division on the inside, and Formula Maxim keeps it on the out there. Now he's gonna be on the inside, and did he? Yes, he did spin. They made contact, Division got through, Formula Maxim spun a little bit, lost a little bit of time. He's back in the game. Boss Cookie is free to chase him down with the fresh tires. Division going after Stenner. Very tight. This track is very tight, especially in the chicanes. If you're not careful, you're gonna have contact. Taylor Clan pulled 12 seconds away now from Shush in second place, but he of course is racing Stenner and Division for the win. Gonna check on the chat a little bit. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Division now 1.2 seconds off, as Boss Cookie is attempting to take over Formula Maxim. Maxim on the inside now. Terrible camera angles there. And Boss Cookie has done the overtake. Let's see if Maxim stays out. No, he's ducking into the pit now. His tires are spent. He's gonna have 6 laps, 7 laps on the super soft tires. Boss Cookie back up to 3rd place with a gaggle of penalties, and Taylor Clan looks like he pitted as well. He's back on the super soft tires. free to chase down Boss Cookie, Division, and Stenner. He's a little bit further down than I expected. The F2, the Formula 2 hits are a little bit slower than the Formula 1s. Taylor Clan is about 9 seconds off of Division and Stenner. Division once again chasing down Stenner. Looks like he feels this track much more than his rival. Have a look around on the other parts of the track. It looks like Swaglord and JG both came into the pit together, spending penalties and changing tires. Everyone else looks like it thinned out. He's Lesko back to 7th place, right where he started, as is Stenner and Division in 1st and 2nd place. Schusch picks up another 3 seconds of penalties. This gonna give a little bit of update on the penalties there. Stenner has 6 seconds of penalties. He missed the second penalty he got, but right now he is at a disadvantage, and Division doesn't even have to overtake him. He just needs to keep a clean race as Keith Lesko picks up his first penalty with Reflex Pilot right behind him, going for the 7th place. Taylor Clan now coming up to Boss Cookie with the fresh super soft tires, and he's going to get the job done very soon. He's forced to the outside by Boss Cookie, who takes the inside line. But at the end of the chicane, Taylor Clan will have the inside line as he makes a perfect overtake. Boss Cookie with 14 seconds of penalties. He is not going to put up a fight as he picks up 3 more seconds. That's 17 seconds of penalties for Boss Cookie. It looks like he's struggling to keep that F2 car on the track. As Division is now within 1 second of Stenner, who's coming up on a lap car once again. But I'm not sure if he is in DRS range. We just gonna have to see. Let's see if Division can keep his car in the DRS zone, just short of a second. He's not gonna have DRS, and I believe Stenner either. Look a little bit back down, Reflex Pilot. Taylor Clan 1:26.676, a new fastest lap for Taylor Clan, and he's probably going to keep it. But everyone else is being held up on the super soft tires. Taylor Clan is the only one with clean air in front of him, 6.5 seconds behind Division, and another second behind Stenner. Reflex Pilot, as I just said, I'm forced to eat my words again. Reflex Pilot with the fastest lap at this moment. Division picks up another 3 seconds, and now they're equal on penalties. Division not gonna be happy about that. He had the win in the bag. All he had to do is keep the car behind Stenner and on the track, as we have a yellow flag in front of Stenner. See if we can see something there. Probably just the car going a bit slow. Transformer having a little battle here with Arrow for P9. Let's see if he can make the move. As Jamie back up to 12th place. Formula Maxim behind him with penalty. But Formula Maxim has the super soft tires. I think Jamie has the softs on. Yes, indeed. Formula Maxim will probably get by him. We're gonna keep it on the penalties now. Everyone has pitted. Everyone has their tires. And it looks like Transformer is backing out of Arrow. So we're gonna go back to the battle for the win. This Division is just about a second behind Stenner. If he can keep the pressure on, maybe force Stenner off the track, then he can get his win after all. There's 2 lap cars right in front of them. We have ghosting enabled in all our races. So if there's a lap car in front of the leaders, they're gonna ghost. And on top of that, they do have to back out as well to not hinder leaders in any way. Division is within a second again. Let's see if he can keep his car there for the DRS zone. He did indeed, catching Stenner. Reflex Pilot with another 3 seconds of penalties as Shush is trying to hunt him down for 6th place. Swaglord ducking out of the track to let the leaders by. And it looks like Zeus is gonna be next. No, it's JG. I'm not sure if Zeus was able to join back. As I've said, I was not able to invite him, unfortunately. We're just gonna have to see. And Division looks like he's making the move once again. This is a battle on the track now. Stenner keeps it tight but leaves the space, so does Division. It's Stenner going for the switchback. Let's see if he can do it. Division with the DRS. Stenner doesn't have it. Division makes the move once again. Let's see if Stenner can come back. Gonna be another DRS zone coming up right now. Let's see if Stenner can keep his car close enough to challenge Division for the win. Looks like he wasn't close enough there. He's going to get another set of DRS zones right here. We're entering the final 2 laps of this race. Division leading Stenner with equal penalties. Taylor Clan behind Stenner, 2.5 seconds now only. Taylor Clan made up huge ground and he only has 3 seconds of penalties. At this moment, Taylor Clan is going for the win. He's within 3 seconds of both Division and Stenner, just about. As we look behind Stenner, we see Taylor Clan already closing the gap. If he can keep his car 3 seconds within Division and Stenner, he can snatch this win from 14th place. Boss Cookie in 4th place, but he's definitely going to lose it to Neymar, who has only 3 seconds of penalties. Let's see if Reflex Pilot can make the move for 6th place, just a bit further down. Keep our eye on Stenner and Division. The last time I switched away, they made a move on each other, so I'm not going to make that mistake again. Let's see if Stenner can find it in himself to come back on Division. Of course, a 2nd place or even a 3rd place would be good for him, as Taylor Clan and Division won't make up too many points with that. And for the sprint race, he's going to be ahead of them if it stays like that. Taylor Clan only 1.4 seconds behind Stenner now. And we enter the final lap. Can Taylor Clan keep his car in and snatch the win from Division and Stenner, who have been battling the entire race? Stenner sends it from very far away, but backs out just in time. Did not cause a contact. Division may be cutting the corner a little bit, but keeps his car ahead of Stenner. A huge battle here. From lap 1, these two have been fighting it out. Division moves to the outside at the very last moment. Stenner makes a little bit of contact, but they both keep their cars on the track. Very respectful racing from these two, as Taylor Clan is coming up behind him with the super soft tires, and he's going to have one DRS zone, and he's not going to have to make the move. He's just gonna have to stay behind these two, and he will be able to snatch the win from them. Stenner very close, maybe a bit too close now with the DRS. Taylor Clan backs out a little bit. He knows he doesn't need to get past him. Stenner and Division currently battling for 2nd place. Let's see if he can make the move before the checkered flag. Division turns in first, Stenner behind him. Taylor Clan in 3rd place, but he's not going to stay 3rd. There they are, all 3 of them, and Division spins in the start-finish straight. Taylor Clan wins the race with less penalties. Division second, Stenner third. Boss Cookie sees the checkered flag in fourth, but he's already dropping down. Neymar in fourth place. Boss Cookie in fifth at the moment. Reflex Pilot, I think he's too far away to jump Boss Cookie. Reflex Pilot sixth. Shush seventh. And looks like Keith Lesko is going to be the eighth finisher. He's going to have pole position in the sprint race in front of Shush. Wow, what a race between these two guys. Stenner and Division. All 20 laps was about their battle, and their Taylor clan from 14th place snatches the win and gets the 25 points. And I believe he has the fastest lap as well. We're just gonna have to see on the standing screen. If he does, that's 2 extra points, of course. Codemasters driver of the day, Taylor Clan, who made up 13 places and won the race. There he is, making the celebrations with Division and Stenner beside him on the podium. So let's see the race director here. Race director says Reflex Pilot is the guy who has the fastest lap there. So he's gonna get 2 extra points for his 8. Taylor Clan 25 points, Division 18, Stenner 15, Neymar 12. Don't go anywhere because the sprint race is starting straight away. Gonna have a look at the incidents. Lots of corner cutting warnings and penalties there. And speeding in the pit lane as well. Just gonna go through it real quick. There we are. So the sprint race is starting in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned because it's going to be very, very spicy. So Taylor Clan made up 10 points on Stenner for the championship. Division made up 3 points on Stenner as well. Stenner was able to minimize the damage here. As we go into the sprint race, there's more points to be had. And we're just gonna have to see what these guys come up with. Currently Stenner with 314 points. Taylor Clan with 283. So he's closing the gap and he will have the chance to close it even further. And if I'm not mistaken, Zampa is saying he predicted Division win. Well, you weren't too far off. I think no one could have expected Taylor Clan to come up from 14th place and win the race. Of course, he needed the guys, Boss Cookie and I think Jamie, to have a bit of collision at the start. And we're on the way for the sprint race. Gonna be another formation lap. First, Keith Lesko in pole position, Shush beside him, Reflex Pilot and Boss Cookie in second row, Neymar and Stenner in third row, Division and Taylor Clan in fourth row. And then down from 9th place we have Arrow, Transformer, Formula Maxim, Monkey, Jamie the G in 13, JG, Zeus and Swaglord closing up the grid. Gonna go back a little bit. See if everyone can get through the second formation lap as clean as possible. As we currently stand, I had a bit of a look on the standings as we have the 3 races left. Well, only the sprint race from this one. Only 7 people have mathematical chance to get the title. Reflex Pilot, Monkey, Sander, who is absent of this race, Neymar, Division, Taylor and Stenner. So by the math, these guys have a chance at the title, but of course it's all going to change after this race. And of course in the constructors there's a big fight as well between Stenner and Sander team Trident and the Univirtuosi of Division and Monkey. 87 points difference. That's just gonna change a little bit after the feature race, 3 points to be exact. Reflex Pilot brought 10 points home for Dams. Taylor brought home 25 points for Carlin. And it looks like the guys are back on the grid. Swaglord finishing up the formation lap. And let's see if the guys can get through the sprint race start a little bit better than the feature race. All should be ready. All should be. It looks like we have a car on the track. Do we have a car on the track? I think we have a car on the track. I can see a car in sector 3 after the final chicane. Someone must have had a spin. Zeus is lagged out. How you doing, Ronan? Thanks for joining us. I think we might be in trouble. And it looks like Formula Maxim is stopped in his formation lap. He must have glitched out because he's not moving. It looks like everyone in the chat saying to Formula Maxim he needs to leave and rejoin, and the lobby should be fixed. Formula Maxim, if you're listening, try and leave and rejoin. See if that fixes anything. And I'm not sure what happened just now. It looks like we're on the way. Terrible camera angles. It looks like we're on the way as Shush and Reflex Pilot overtakes Kislesko for first and second place. Let's see if the guys can get through the turn 1 cleanly. And we have a spin. We have a spin. It's not Stenner. Is it Taylor? Is it Taylor? No, it's not Taylor. Someone had to spin in the first few corners. Just to check Formula Maxim if his car is alright. It looks like it is. Taylor Clan down to 9th place. I think he was the one who had the spin. Kislesko from pole position down to 6th place. Stenner in 4th. Division, he just a bit squeezy there. Transformer with his own teammate. And then Taylor Clan is just getting knocked around. He's having a very bad start there. Down to 12th place. Stenner in 4th, and Division's down as well. 7th place. Transformer is slowing down. Looks like he didn't have the best run out of those S's. And who's that there? JG and Taylor Clan trying to overtake Transformer. He did hold up people in the feature race as well. He did not have the very best of starts in this race either. Taylor Clan and JG backing off a little bit to have their own fight. And Paul Spitley looks like he's dropping down? Oh no, it's just the telemetry going crazy again. It looks like Reflex Pilot is in first place as we have a yellow flag. Monkey looks like he's gone. Monkey dived into the pit after that start and he is finished with racing today. And I'm seeing Zeus was not able to rejoin, unfortunately. Sorry buddy, I tried to invite you back, the Xbox did not let me do that. As we see the telemetry going berserk again, I'll try to find Reflex Pilot, who is in first place if I'm not mistaken. Yes he is, Boss Cookie behind him, Shush in third place, we have yellow flag again. Down with Neymar having a spin. I'm not sure if he made contact with anyone. Swaglord and Jamie in front of him seems to be going smoothly. Looks like telemetry is back to normal. We have Reflex Pilot in front of Boss Cookie, Stenner in third place again, while his rivals are in sixth. We have yellow flag again. Neymar looks like he's had enough for today and he retires. Just gonna check real quick if he had terminal damage there or he just said thank you very much, that was enough. No, it looks like Neymar did not have terminal damage. Unfortunately, that's going to impede a penalty for him as Formula Maxim picks up some penalties as well as he dives into the pit. Let's just bring up some details there. Position changes first. It looks like Arrow has made up 4th places, as so did JG and Swaglord. They're the big winners of the start. Reflex right in the back of Reflex Pilot now on the inside. He locks up a little bit but gets the move done. He looks like able to collect himself after the feature race. Reflex Pilot in second and Stenner. Very good position for Stenner once again as division is down to 6th place. Taylor Clan was able to come back to 8th place in front of his teammate, now hunting Kislesko for 7th place. Division hunting Arrow for 5th place as Arrow picks up penalty as well. Let's see if Division can get by him and try to chase Stenner again. Division looked like he was the one to bet on because we have yellow flag again. Swaglord looks like he had a spin and he just let everyone go by. Formula Maxim is way down. He had to pit, unfortunately. Stenner back up to 3rd place. Shush behind him. Looks like he's going to make a move. He is not making the move as we see Neymar leaving the session as well. It looks like Reflex Pilot still trying to hunt down Boss Cookie as well. The herd is very much together. Taylor Clan up to 7th place, got past Kislesko and now hunting Division down for 6th place. Very important for Taylor to stay ahead of Division at least. But Stenner is also not far from them, and if Shush can make a move on Stenner, he drops down to 4th place. He's going to be within reach of Taylor Clan and Division as well. Reflex Pilot looks like he's backing off. Taylor Clan unfortunately picks up 3 seconds of penalties. He has 3 seconds in the feature race as well. It proved to be enough to win him the race. Formula Maxim dives into the pit once again. I think he's going to finish the racing for today. He's way back down, 35 seconds before the pit. Is he? No, it looks like he's having a tire change. Boss Cookie with the fastest lap in the lead. Let's see if Shush has what it takes to overtake the championship leader there for 3rd place. With the DRS, he's getting very close at the end of the straight. He's going to send it on the outside. He's looking to get to the inside now. Outside again. Stenner knocks him just a little bit, but leaves enough space as Shush stays behind. Now Division and Arrow. It looks like Division got past Arrow while we were looking at something else. Division up to 5th place, Arrow 6th, Taylor Clan making the move on Arrow on the inside line. Let's see if Arrow leaves the space. Yes, he does. Now Arrow's on the inside. Taylor sticks it on the outside, and now he's going for the switchback, but Arrow knows this and keeps the defensive position. Taylor stays in 7th place. Division up to 5th place. He is able to attack Shush now, and the next car ahead of Shush is his rival Stenner. Boss Cookie and Reflex and Stenner, all three of them look like they're thinning out. Stenner happy to look at his back instead of the front. 3rd place once again for him is good, as his rivals are behind him. Taylor Clan looking to make another move on Arrow. Formula Maxim looks like he came back on the track, and he has picked up another penalty. Formula Maxim right behind Jamie the G there, ghosted as he's probably lapped, and he spins again. That is just not Formula Maxim's day, as Boss Cookie picks up another penalty. Jamie the G in 11th place, a bit of improvement, made up 2 spots. JG in 10th as we have yellow flag. Formula Maxim dives into the pit once again, and I think he is going to finish racing for today, as Division is now in the back of Shush and Stenner. This is gonna be the battle that we need to watch. Behind Division, Taylor Clan also got past Arrow. Let's see if he has enough juice left to get close to Division, as we have yellow flag again. Boss Cookie looks like he had a spin. Stenner up in 2nd, Shush 3rd. Boss Cookie was able to gather his car just in front of Division. Let's see if Division can get past. It's very important for Division to get past, but he goes wide, and Cookie keeps 4th place. And now Division has 2 cars between himself and Stenner, who is within 1 second of Reflex Pilot, and he will be able to make a move to 1st place. Just having a quick look at the cap, nothing out of the ordinary. If you're with us, stay with us. If you're not with us, join us, because this race is about to get really spicy. Boss Cookie looking to take his 3rd position back. JG in the pits. Formula Maxim finally retired as Stenner picks up 3 seconds of penalties. That might hurt him a little bit. Let's see. Let's jump on the penalties, because that's the most important. Stenner has 8 seconds of penalties. That is huge. Shush has only 3, Boss Cookie has 6, Division, Taylor Clan and Arrow with 3 seconds. Reflex Pilot picks up 3 seconds, and Boss Cookie just shot it a bit more than he was supposed to. He gets past Shush, but he knocks him. I'm sure the stewards are gonna have a look on that. Boss Cookie back to 3rd place at the moment with 6 seconds of penalties. Stenner will probably drop way back down, unless people like Division right now picks up 3 more seconds of penalties. Stenner right in the back of Reflex Pilot. Boss Cookie is watching from a safe distance. Let's see if Stenner can make the move and maybe create a bit of a gap. Boss Cookie and Shush picks up penalty as well. Boss Cookie with 9 seconds, Shush with 6. If Stenner can get past Reflex Pilot, he will need to create 5 seconds of gap. Boss Cookie behind him has more penalties now. And Stenner sends it on the inside of Reflex Pilot. And Reflex Pilot does not put up a big fight against him, as Shush is right in the back of Boss Cookie as well. There's a big train here behind Boss Cookie, all the way back down to Arrow, I think. No, Arrow is a bit further behind. Taylor Clan looking to make a move on Division. On the outside, now on the inside. Can he do it? Division stays ahead and covers the inside this time. Very big train here. Let's see if Reflex Pilot can get back at Stenner. Stenner will not be able to make a gap, as he just passed halfway point. Boss Cookie with another penalty. I do believe this is Boss Cookie's first Formula 2 race in the league, so maybe a bit of surprising for him. cars are a lot different than the Formula 1 cars. Very hard to control, very hard to get used to it, as we've seen from the penalties. Let's see if Reflex Pilot, or anyone behind him to be fair, can make a move. Behind Cookie there's a big train of cars. Taylor Plan at the back of it. Division looks to the inside, but not in position to make a move. Looks like everyone's staying in their spot for now. There's another DRS zone coming right up. Division looks like he got a better exit from that corner. Everyone with the DRS. And Division now gonna be on the inside. Keeps his car there. That's a bit too tight perhaps. Taylor Plan is getting there too. Shush keeps 4th place as Boss Cookie overtakes a Reflex Pilot in front of them. 6 cars for 1st place. Stenner ahead with 8 seconds. Boss Cookie with 12 seconds. It looks like Reflex Pilot is in the best position to win this race. And Shush and Division probably in even better positions as Taylor Plan is making the move on Division on the inside. Bit tight there. Division keeps his position. Taylor Plan definitely has the speed. Boss Cookie with another 3 seconds of penalties. Let's see how far he can go in terms of penalties. He might be in a position to make a move on Stenner as well. Division, Taylor Plan chasing Shush, Reflex Pilot chasing Boss Cookie. Reflex Pilot on the outside. Bit of a loft tap there. Boss Cookie keeps his position. As he jumps down to Shush, Division is way behind him now, just focusing on Taylor Plan. And it looks like Division and Taylor Plan got past Shush at the end of the straight. We just missed that, and now Taylor Plan is up 5th place, Division 4th. Stenner still in 1st place, but he has a lot of penalties there. Taylor Plan looking at 2nd place, I think, right now, if my math is not off. The win should go to the Reflex Pilot if the penalties don't change a lot. Boss Cookie with 18 seconds of penalties now. He is definitely out of the race. Not even for the win, for the podiums, for top 5. He's probably going to be struggling to keep himself in the points right now. His only choice as Division has a little bit of slide. Taylor Plan gets the move done. He capitalizes on the mistake, and Taylor Plan is up to 4th place. He's right in the back of Reflex Pilot, and he is racing Reflex Pilot for the race win. Makes no mistake, as Boss Cookie makes a move around Stenner on the inside. And he has the power. Stenner is not fighting him too much because he can see how much penalty Boss Cookie has. The only thing he lost is a car between himself and Reflex Pilot. But if he can build a gap, he can still keep a podium position. Boss Cookie locks up just a little bit. Comes down to Division. He's chasing Taylor Plan for 4th place. Pushed behind Division, trying to get past. And Jamie DeG up to 9th place. That's very good for him. Just picked up a little bit of penalties. It won't hurt him much. Keith Lesko is down 4.5 seconds behind him. Let's see if Boss Cookie can make a move on Stenner now. Swagler dives away off the track because the leaders are coming up. And they don't want to get held up. Stenner stays on the inside. And now Boss Cookie is going to be on the inside. Taylor Plan behind Reflex Pilot. All 4 of them are back together. What a race we have here. Look at the train of cars. All 4 of them. Division in 5th place. Just watching and waiting behind them. Let's see, Boss Cookie looks like he's making the move. Stenner in a very bad position. He's the only one without DRS. Reflex Pilot going after Boss Cookie. And almost makes a move on Boss Cookie as well. Reflex Pilot and Taylor Clan as well got past Stenner, who picks up another 3 seconds of penalties. I think that will be it for him for the race win and for the podium as well. Stenner down to 4th place. And for the race win, we have Taylor Clan and Reflex Pilot fighting it out. Boss Cookie with 18 seconds of penalties is not going to hurt them. As Taylor Clan has a little bit of slide, let's see if Stenner can make a move on him. Probably not. It would be dangerous in the S's right now. Reflex Pilot picks up 3 seconds. Reflex Pilot hands the win to Taylor Clan. Unless Taylor picks up some penalties, Taylor Clan is going to win the sprint race as well. That is huge for him, and he doesn't even need to make moves. Everyone around him has more penalties than him. Boss Cookie with 21 seconds now. I'm not sure how far the game can take penalties before disqualifying someone, but Boss Cookie is on very thin ice at the moment. Taylor Clan making the move on Reflex Pilot just as an insurance. But he's not going to risk anything as we see a car. Keith Lesko had a spin. Perhaps the leaders are just coming up on his car. Yes, that's Keith Lesko. He started from pole position and now he's a lap down in 12th place. Not the best races for him in this Formula 2 race. As Shush overtakes Division. Division coming back on him. They're having a battle there as well. Taylor Clan currently in a winning spot. We have more yellow flags in the back. It looks like Keith Lesko couldn't collect his car. He's just waiting for everyone else, and he's retired on the track right in front of everyone basically. That is a big no-no. We are not retiring on the track in the league. Let's get back on this train of cars here, because this is where things happening. Reflex Pilot now with 9 seconds of penalties. That's going to give Division something to smile about. He's going to be able to jump up to 2nd place after the penalties are done as we start the final lap. Taylor Clan looking to make that move on the outside behind, and Reflex Pilot making moves. Terrible camera angle. Taylor Clan up to 1st place on the track. Behind him, Reflex and Stenner not sending it. Reflex very close to Boss Cookie. Taylor Clan done it again. From 8th place, came back and wins the sprint race again. Unless he bins his car, everyone behind him has a gaggle of penalties. We're just gonna have to see where Division and Stenner will finish up. Division has only 6 seconds of penalties. He's in a very good position to get 2nd place there, and Stenner might be able to beat. No, he won't, because Reflex Pilot has less penalties than him. Reflex Pilot looking for 3rd place at the moment. Boss Cookie is very much in his way as Stenner just makes a bit of contact there. Boss Cookie is holding everyone up and they're making the double move, and Stenner makes contact. Boss Cookie goes wide but keeps the position. Reflex Pilot comes from the inside of Stenner. Very tight there, very, very tight. Push picks up more penalties. Stenner with 14 seconds now. Probably got a penalty for the collision as Taylor Clan wins the sprint race. As we can see, the standings jumble up after the penalties are collected. And it looks like Arrow is the biggest winner of them all. He jumped everyone. What a strategy from Arrow. He's up to 2nd place. I did not expect that. Arrow in 2nd place behind Taylor. Division 3rd place. Reflex Pilot 4th. Shush 5th. Stenner 6th. Boss Cookie down to 7. Transformer 8. Jamie 9. JG, Zeus and Swaglord just a little bit behind. Zeus unfortunately wasn't able to join back in. Gonna have to have a word with his internet provider after the race. JG just finishing up And that's gonna be it for today. What a race we had today in Mexico. Taylor Clan once again with the double win. Fantastic for him, and once again he is Codemasters driver of the day division with a third place after second place. Another 10 points if I'm not mistaken. And there we have it. A lot of penalties all around. Taylor Clan was able to jump everyone. This time not because of the penalties, but because he overtook basically everyone. Stenner in 6th place picks up 4 points, and Reflex Pilot with the fastest lap picks up 2 extra points. Just gonna add that to everything. Division 10 points. Neymar unfortunately retired. Sander did not join us for this race, and Monkey did not score any points either. As we see the weekend results, Taylor Clan with 40 points wins the weekend. Division 28 points behind him. Stenner 19 points. Boss Cookie picked up 18 points, very good reserve for him. Reflex Pilot also 18 points. Arrow with 14 points with a second place at the very last minute there. Neymar actually picked up 12 points for the feature race. 4th place, and that was it for Formula 2 tonight in Mexico. Tune in next week again. We only have 2 races left, and it's gonna be very tasty between Stenner, Taylor and the Division at the very end. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to come back in the weekend for our Formula 1 tier races. 10 p.m. Saturday UK time. We start the weekend off with tier 2, and midnight UK time we start the tier 1 race. Let's put one in for intro. Try and get Taylor Clan maybe with the double win. Let's see if he's in the mood to have a chat with us. And then Division with the second place there. Let's see if we can get some guys going there. We can try Stenner as well. Let's see if he wants to talk to us. And Arrow, where's Arrow? I want to hear from Arrow with that second place in the last second. Let's see if he can join us. As I believe we already have Division with us. How you doing, buddy? Don't forget to include your audio. All right. We have Stenner connecting as well. Let's hear from you first, Division, since you were first to connect. How was your race? How did you see from the inside? There's a bit of echo going on.
Finally get a good result of both races. That feels very great. Of course, it happened because a few incidents happened in front of me. Nevertheless, still, great races.
All right, it was very spicy indeed, especially in the end for the train of 6 cars there.
Yeah, that's mental.
That was something else. Stenner, how you doing, buddy? How was your race? Unfortunate at the end, but you seem to be caught out in a bit of collisions as well. Tell us how you feel. How was your race? All right. All right. We have Jamie the G here, commentator and F1, F2 driver. How you doing, Jamie? So
I'm pretty delighted with Stenner's performance. He's quite nervous because Taylor's getting him in the championship. Stenner's been taken out a few times, then reports went through. But overall, he's happy to be on the podium once again.
All right. Yes, we've seen actually Taylor has made up quite a bit of ground and won both races there. And Stenner looked to be winning the sprint race at least, but the penalties unfortunately got in the way.
Yeah, I was just a bit about Stenner. Speaking for Stenner, Stenner's a bit silly. It's a bit silly to get penalties in Mexico. My teammate Jamie the G did alright. He get me a penalty.
Yes, indeed, Jamie did very well. Unfortunately, he couldn't get into that train of cars, but you've done very well.
I've heard he's alright.
All right, all right, and we have Arrow here with us, with the last second place in the sprint race. How was your race, buddy?
It was pretty shit because I got overtaken by Taylor Clan, and then my tires completely fell off after that, and I was just stuck in seventh, like a good 4 seconds behind, and then I just kept that gap the entire race, and then at the end wind up in P2 for whatever reason.
Well, the reason was that everyone just got a gaggle of penalties behind, in front of you, and that's just jumped off the second place. I did not expect that, but it was very good racing.
It was disappointing because in the first race I qualified P5 and then got into P2 immediately, and my wife was a bit awful, so it lagged back to like P12, and then only finished like 9th.
That's the famous connection. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again next week. Only 2 races left. Very spicy championship. And we're going to see some of you in the Formula One tiers. Have a good night.